Jaxn, speaking against the names Derrick Jaxn and Derrick Jaxn in mockery, accusations, slanders, and lies, may the mercies of God be withdrawn from you. May your husbands and wives become widows. Let your children become fatherless. Let your seed become vagabonds on the earth. Let the words of your mouth and your words of your hands be returned back to you. Let it go down your throat and choke you slowly until your days become few on the earth. The word of God says, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. You've been warned. And if you want to know where that is at in the Bible, go to Psalm 109. Go to Psalm 35, go to Psalm 140, go to Psalm 141, and keep our names out of your mouth in the name of Jesus. Have a blessed day.
And showing him and teaching other women how to move about after your husband cheats on you. So, like I said, this whole thing debacle with them is kind of funny. And like I said, Derrick Jaxn is the guy that was telling women, you know, the 40 and up club is the shit. And when you're older, you got your shit together, your credit score higher. That's why, you know, you the most lit group out here. And don't worry, I got the receipts because I'm going to play them. The bullshit that he was saying. Um, we were trying to tell a lot of women, men do not think like this. Men don't talk like this. Men don't act like this. But when you have these conversations with women, women will always argue and say that the stuff that he was saying was correct. So I got a question for y'all. Does his content still hold weight or does it have any validity in it now? Seeing that he went against his own message that he was preaching. Does his message still hold weight to this day? Do people still think Derrick Jaxn is the quote unquote relationship guru? Does he know what he's talking about? Personally, I would say he doesn't know what he's talking about. And I wonder how he's going to rebrand himself. Do you think that he filed for divorce or do you think his wife filed for divorce? Do you think if she filed for a divorce, do you think it was because of money? Because I'm pretty sure he took a big hit financially after it came out that he got caught cheating. Do you think he left because she was making his life a living hell in that house after he got caught cheating? Was she trying to seek Jesus on him every day he was waking up? Every day he was wake up, he would wake up to her casting anointing oil and casting the devil out of him and saying, "I rebuke you, Satan, and get out of our house," and all this. What was that going on? What do y'all think? Do you think that she was casting anointing oil on top of this man's head when he wake up to cast the demons out of him and the spells out of him and all of that other shit out of him? Where he still cheating? Did he not want to give up the pussy that he was getting? One thing people don't understand is I'm gonna show y'all something before we get started. I'm gonna share this screen right here. Hold on. Give me a few seconds. So right here we have a picture, well, a video that I'm going to play of Derrick Jaxn and his wife when he got caught cheating. Right now, if you look at this woman, you will be like, this woman's really not a bad looking woman, but what the fuck does she have on after your man get caught cheating? Right now, if that was my lady, she would have to be dead up if I got caught cheating. We're gonna try to work this out. You gotta put your best foot forward. You gotta look bad as hell. And the internet ate her ass up with this goddamn. They say people said it was a bunny. It looks like one of those knitted caps because I think it was around probably last year this time that he got caught cheating, right? And the question that I'm asking, do women understand that you have to keep up with your man's money? And what I mean by that is Derrick Jaxn started out, they've been knowing each other for 12 years. I think around like age 19, high school, college time frame. So what that means is the Derrick Jaxn that she met is not the same Derrick Jaxn that is today. When I say a woman needs to keep up with a man's money, the more money that he makes, you might have to work on your physique more. The more money that he makes, you might have to dress a little bit different, dress a little bit better, get a little bit more freakier in the bedroom. Try other things to turn your man on. When a man money goes up, you have to keep up. And why do I say that? Because every picture that I seen of her is like an old church lady. He started dressing different, wearing more suits. You could tell he probably, taking more care of his skin, better care of his skin and stuff like that. So I'm looking at this woman like, what the fuck does this woman have on? And this is the woman that you're presenting. And you got to think about it. We never got a chance to see Derrick Jaxn's wife until the cheating scandal came out. Nobody knew who she was. I didn't even know what she looked like. And honestly, I didn't even know they was married. But the thing is, I'm not gloating on them getting a divorce. It's like they say, everything will come out in the wash. The shit he was giving women and the pandering and telling women X, Y, and Z about how men think and how you're the prize and how you should move and people should rejoice and move at every beck and call that you make, and men should be ecstatic to have you no matter your flaws or how many kids you have and your weight and all this bullshit. Men do not even talk like this. I'm telling you guys, like, men do not say the shit that he was saying. And so we would have, it would be me and a couple other guys, we would share his video and we would actually laugh at the shit that he was saying and read the comment section and like, these bitches are fucking delusional. The fucking delusional. Like, why would you think any man would think that, oh, you got 8 kids, 5 baby daddies, that you're a prize and any man would be lucky to have you? Bitch, what? Do you know that men ain't even making that type of money to take care of one of their own children? And you mean a man want to come in and take care of you and all them damn kids with that much baggage and all them baby daddies? He told women that the 40 and up club is the most lit club for women. Who the fuck is checking for a 40-year-old bitch? Y'all let me know. Who checking for a 40-year-old bitch like that? Like Dave Chappelle said, ain't no such thing as some 35-year-old good pussy. Like, that's nobody's checking for that. They've done plenty of studies and stats that say typically men shoot for women around the ages of 22 to 25. Nobody's checking for a 40-year-old woman. And it's crazy that we're now telling 40-year-old women to be out here on the dating market. And you know why that's fucked up? That's how you got this whole cougar movement, because young men are sleeping with cougars. If y'all want to keep this shit 100, cougars are going to be the easiest people to sleep with, because a lot of the guys that's 22, 23, the youngers ain't checking for them because the younger women are checking for the older guys with the money. So a bad bitch that's 22 ain't fucking with a nigga that's 22 because he ain't got his shit together. But guess who will? That old bitch that just trying to get fucked. She just trying to get her back beat out. So it ain't no financial stipulations to deal with her. Nobody, she doesn't require as much. She's ready to go. She's probably been locked down, probably been married. She understands that her value is a lot lower because she's older. And I know that saying someone's value is lower is, a sin nowadays. But let's be real. We all have a value. We're all disposable. I know a lot of y'all don't want to believe that, especially, the people who grew up in the Bible Belt, and you're supposed to be able to be washed white as snow and forgiven for every little thing that you've done, and nothing ever holds weight, and Jesus just gonna just let it slide, whatever the fuck you do. If you do something wrong, a bunch of bullshit like that. So like I was saying, you have to ask yourself, is this woman gonna keep up with this man? Is she keeping up with this man? This is a man telling 40-year-old women that they are the most lit. How is that even possible for a 40-year-old woman to even think that? When I was growing up, it was frowned upon for a lady to be 30 years old, single with no kids. And now he's telling 40-year-old women that because they credit good, men should be looking for them because they know what they want out of life. When men should like them because they're more sexually experienced, men should like them. Like I told you, nobody checking for a 40-year-old bitch, and the only men who are is younger guys, and that's why we have the cougar movement, because those younger guys know that cougars are easier to fuck because these older women are just trying to bust a nut. No financial stipulations. I don't give a fuck if you live at your mama's house, nigga. You come over my house and beat my back out because I've been, put up. Maybe I might have been married. I might have been divorced. I might have been one of those women who might have not been a freak early in my life and was trying to hold out, hoping that a man will come swoop me off my feet, but it didn't pan out. So now I'm older and know that my dating options are dwindling down. And so now I just have to just pop this pussy and hope for the best. These are the things that these men are telling women, but I'm pretty sure Derrick Jaxn's a multi-million-dollar man of telling women the bullshit. One thing about money, it should never interfere with your integrity. And I feel like that's exactly what it did with the Derrick Jaxn, that it interfere with his integrity, because why the fuck would you lie to women and tell them something stupid like that? But I'm gonna play this video for when he first got caught, and y'all let me know what y'all think.
What's going on, guys? Derrick Jaxn here, and today I am joined by my lovely wife, Danae, and we just wanted to address a couple of things.
And it's crazy now that she's his lovely wife, but he never showed her. I never seen any pictures of them. That he was the dating guru, but they never like took photo shoots, and he never blast her. He never said her name in videos or nothing. Like, if you was a dating guru and you stood on what you were saying, the first thing you should do is say, "Well, me and my wife this, me and my wife that." He just be like, "Well, dudes would be like this, and you're a lady and you should be like this." He never mentioned his wife. Never mentioned the ups and downs. Never mentioned the pitfalls that they had. Never mentioned the troubles, the trials, the tribulations. Never mentioned the good times, the ups. You know, he never mentioned anything about his wife until he got caught in his affair.
You know, we understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, you know, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true, some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex.
Did y'all notice that she looked at him and looked at her hand because he's squeezing the fuck out her hand right now. She looked like a fucking hostage situation right now. That's what the fuck this look like. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Look how she look. Look how she look at him when he talking, and then look at her hand. How she looked down at her hand.
The truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jaxn was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out, definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took, and definitely not in alignment with the biblical standard of what it means to be faithful, which is the standard that I'm going by now. Now, I'm saying this publicly, not because I'm, you know, married to you guys. First and foremost, I'm accountable to God. Then I have to be.
If y'all remember, the reason that he's saying this shit publicly is because he got caught. If it was no scandal before this, it would be no reason for him and his wife to be up here having this type of talk, this type of conversation, and addressing the world. If this would have been me, if I would have been Derrick Jaxn in this bullshit, I would have just took 2 years off. Me and my wife would have took 2 years off. I would have said, hey, baby, you know, we got to make this shit work. We got kids. And that's the other thing that's sad. Y'all have children and you're a public figure and you out here moving sloppy and getting caught. And people are, you know, putting two to two together when you have videos. If y'all remember, one of the videos, he was outside of a lady's house, and that supposed house was one of his side chicks, if I'm not mistaken. And the sad part is having your children move back and forth, house to house, is not a blessing for your children. It's not good for your children. Talking about two happy parents, y'all, people don't understand when you have children, happiness, your happiness is on the back burner. I don't give a fuck. As long as that motherfucker ain't beating you and talking crazy to you, y'all should just stay in that household till y'all children get old enough to raise good, healthy adults. They don't have to know what the fuck going on and pretend and be happy and let y'all kids grow up. And then when they move out the house, then y'all can go y'all separate ways. But everybody want to keep talking about their happiness, my happiness, this, my happiness, that, and it's really bullshit because at the end of the day, you're hurting your children, and that's what one of the sad things about this is. You got two people here that have children together, and now publicly embarrassed marriage. Y'all getting divorced. You out here with a woman that looks nothing like your wife, and how your kids gonna feel about that? He said the first time a man get caught ain't the first time he cheated. Hey, we need to do what we need to do is famous Derrick Jaxn quotes. Hey, if you watch it right now, y'all put in the comment section favorite Derrick Jaxn quotes because we can go through Derrick Jaxn videos all fucking night and laugh at them. And that's true, but he admitted to his cheating that he wasn't just cheating just at one time.
Be accountable to my wife, in which we've already had this conversation. I've already told her literally everything. I've given her basically a roll call list. If I've said hello to a woman in the last 12 years of me knowing her, she knows about it.
And she's shaking her head like, oh yeah, I know it's true. Bitch, the only reason you know that he was cheating on you is because he got caught. The whole debacle, scandal, or whatever you talking about is what he's talking about. The only reason you know is because he got caught. And she just sitting there, she ain't saying nothing. She just going along with it. He squeezing her hand stupid hard. Now he got two hands on her hand, and he probably about to break her shit. Like, bitch, you better just go along with this shit. We gotta make this money. Like I said, I'm pretty sure his pockets got hurt after this incident happened because the women believe and eat up everything he's saying. He's supposed to be their savior. Derrick Jaxn was really supposed to be these whole savior and get them hope and let them think that it's a lot of men like Derrick Jaxn out here and these hoes trying to wonder why I ain't got the man like a Derrick Jaxn because bitch, niggas ain't like that. Niggas is not like niggas is not like what Derrick Jaxn was saying. And y'all hoes is out here eating that shit up. Y'all really was eating that shit up.
But now that it's been made so public, it's important that I first off let you guys know I do not stand by those actions. I don't want to encourage anybody to do that. And then secondly, I know that I cannot build a platform preaching certain things, preaching against certain things, and then in my real life live contrary to that for any amount of time or any length of time to any extent and think that I can't be held accountable. The same way that I preach, men.
This video of them addressing the public is nothing but damage control. He don't get one fuck. She don't know what to do. She don't know, like, should I punch this nigga in the face? Should I run? Should I scream for help? Should I blink 2 times? Let everybody know, like, I don't want to do this shit. Like, what the fuck really going on?
And women in this situation need to face consequences of their actions, deserve to be held accountable. Guess what? Derrick Jaxn's no exemption. He's not exempt from that. I'm also not a victim. Nobody made me do this. She didn't make me or push me to do it. The next person didn't make me. No friend influenced me. It don't matter how I was raised and what trauma, whatever. Look, I made decisions. I made a series of decisions that I got to account for. There's no excuse or justification. I've already made that bed and have had to lie in it. And now we're finally getting on to the other side personally in our own healing, in our own marital oneness. And now this is being made public to you guys. So we're bringing that forth to you guys to let you know where we're at with that. But did you want to say anything?
Yes, so I do want to just add that I agree with what he just said. There is no justification for bringing other women into our marriage on any level. And it was unacceptable. And it's not something that I tolerate or that we.
Yeah, she ain't finna leave that money. That one thing she ain't about to do. And now she talking about she don't tolerate it. Like, nigga, he the one making all the money. What the fuck you gonna tolerate what this nigga give you? You gotta think. I think they got 2 kids together, and she might have a little cake on it too. I think she got a straight little body from what I seen. But like I said, she dressing like that. It's the crazy part about when people go through breakups and divorces. Now we see her how she's dressed like this. She's always covered up. In 3 to 6 months, we're gonna see her with her titties out, a little bit of ass skirt, trying to fish on the internet, on Instagram or any other social media platforms, trying to get another nigga and shit like that. Because now she knows she got to step that game up because she got it. She going back out there in the date market with 2 kids, I think, and she's older, and she got to replace a Derrick Jaxn type income. So if a nigga that ain't coming, because I'm pretty sure, like I said, I think he a millionaire. If a nigga ain't coming with at least being a millionaire to support her, it's gonna be very difficult because women don't like to downsize when it comes to this. That's why I don't personally think, if I had to gamble, I'm pretty sure he's the one that filed for a divorce, not her. Yeah, I think he made her wear that. I don't think he made her wear that. Cause I think that's just how she is. Even when she was doing that video cursing everybody out and putting spells on people with the Bible, you know what I'm saying? And if he did make her wear that, then I'm feel like this.
Tolerate moving forward. And when I've been flooded again with messages and these things and about, I need to leave or why haven't I left? And the answer is when I found out about it,
The reason you ain't left because of the money. Let's be real.
I left. I did not hesitate or waste time to do so. And I stayed gone. No matter how many times he came, I stayed gone
He came all right. He came right in them holes. He sure did. And then you came back and he came back at you too.
and stood firm on, I am not coming back. And I did not come back until I seen a shift and a change in his mentality, in how he carried himself, in how he presented himself, and in conversations that we were able to have that we had never been able to have in just 12 years of knowing each other. And when we were able to have these dialogues.
See, she might get a good chunk of that. It just depends. But she might get a good chunk of that. It just depends. They got like a post up or some shit like that. That's 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 the big thing. If they got a post up, then yeah, she might get a good little piece.
That we had never been able to have in just 12 years of knowing each other. And when we were able to have
So they known each other about 12 years. That's what she said. Oh, two kids. Okay. So they known each other about 12 years. The thing with that is this is what you call a growing pain. 12 years knowing you. Um, I'm pretty sure the Jacksons, both of them may be around 30 years old. So y'all might have known each other since what, like 18, 19 years old. I don't know their exact age, but this is part of the growing pains of relationships. And a lot of people don't be like, oh, that person cheated on me, whoop the whoop. You gotta understand, 12 years. What you think the next 12 years gonna look like? Y'all gonna be totally different people then too. He might be a little bit more richer. You might be a little bit more fatter, especially if you pop out another kid. So, like I said, you have to transition with a man's money. If he get more money, you gotta keep your body up because you really in competition. And I don't. And he told women, you know, the thing he told women, they don't have to lose weight. A man should accept their body for who they is. But the bitch he then went and got, she way slimmer than his wife. So that should let y'all know right there. Men, when they get money, they don't want no fat bitch. I hate to say that shit, but y'all gotta understand. You gotta keep up with your man money.
these dialogues, said, okay, Lord, this is something that
And you know, just pay attention. Look at where her like titties at. Y'all just look at where her titties sitting at, and I'm pretty sure she got a bra on. So that should just let y'all know that she probably ain't coming like that physically when she butt ass naked. You know what I'm saying?
you've had your hand on. And this was with me being completely removed from his life. And him pursuing God, continuing to pursue God, and continuing to eliminate these things that led up to.
And see, this is why a lot of religious people get made fun of, especially Christianity. Like Islam, you know, they real strict. A lot of other religions are real strict, but Christianity, it's the joke of all the other religions because it's like I could do the most heinous shit and God is just supposed to forgive me. I could kill a motherfucker, I could rape kids, I could do all this weird ass shit, and God is just supposed to forgive me. I just supposed to repent and go get baptized, and God just forgives me. And now I'm sitting here listening to these people talk about God this, God that. If God was ever present in y'all relationship, God would have kept him to where he did not step out on y'all marriage. But y'all don't want to hear that though. God is always there to fucking clean up y'all shit. That's what I don't like. God always there to clean up y'all shit, but he ain't never blessing y'all through the shit. Okay.
The catastrophe that you guys are seeing for the first time. So there's nothing out there right now that is information that I don't already know about or haven't known about. And so this is not something that is new. We have moved forward from it. We have gotten counsel for, for it and continue to do so. He is still continuing to pursue God and continuing to seek guidance and wise counsel from um,
Oh my God. And you can't fight the tears that ain't coming.
My bad, y'all. I did not know it was
men
gonna
of
be that.
God. And that is what I needed for the continuation of me
Yeah, the
being
devil
present
definitely be working.
in this marriage and to stand by his side. So today, where I'm at is at peace, and I proudly stand by his side, and I have no hesitation, I have no hurt, no shame about that. And it's only because of the grace of God and the mercy of God. And we have already turned a new chapter in this story. We are continuing to move forward, and we are just now sharing that with you all. And I forgave him, and
She keep looking at her hand because he's squeezing the fuck out her goddamn hand.
most importantly, God has first forgiven him, and I also forgive the others as well. And with that, we are free and moving forward. So that's all I have.
Yeah. And I get it. Some of y'all, like, this may come as a huge shock, probably a huge disappointment. I let a lot of you down. If you've had a perspective shift on who Derrick is, hopefully it's away from anything remotely close to perfection. And
Damage control, damage control, damage fucking control. That's all the fuck this shit is damage control. And like he said, perspective shift is because you don't want people to look at your message as bullshit. You done sold books, courses, think like dating shit. Like, bro, nobody's going to respect you. And I say Derrick Jaxn will jump out and say he rigged and been red pill, but everybody, I don't think it'll be hard, but I think he could pull it off. But we'll see. Somebody else, my homeboy, the date master, said that he think that he'll try to speak from the divorce side of things. So we'll see what he does.
it's simply that, I am a human, and that does not justify anything that I did. But I don't want anybody out there to be putting me on a pedestal. If you did, then I hate that you did that. Maybe I gave you cause for that, and I apologize if I did. For those who are saying, Derrick, I don't want to ever listen to you again, it's totally understandable. I appreciate you while I had your support and helping me get the message out about healing and healthy relationships to so many.
See, I thought this shit was about you and your wife. Why you worried about the supporters, people who ain't gonna listen to you and all this other shit? It should be about your wife. You should be over there groveling. You should be on your hands and knees, baby. I'm sorry. Nigga, you supposed to have some tears running out your eyes and shit like that. You supposed to show some type of remorse of embarrassing your wife, your kids, your family, your last name, something. But you just over there just looking crazy as fuck. Like, oh, stern face. I just don't. I want to tell you that I'm sorry if you're gonna look at me differently, or I'm thankful for your support while I had it. Like, what the fuck really going on, dog?
People who needed it, myself included. And for those who are going to continue to support, man, I appreciate you like never before, because I know it's not going to be easy going forward, it's, at least for a little while so many things are still fresh and attached to my name. But for everybody out there, if you get nothing else from what I've ever said over the last 9 years or right here in this video, please get this. Nothing is right until it is right with God. Nothing works until it comes into alignment with biblical standard of how God told us to do things, especially when we're talking about a marital, spiritual covenant.
Yes.
You cannot do this by your own understanding.
Oh, he's not. This is hard. This is when he starts speaking to her. When he started talking about that Bible, you see, she about to just take off and start running and kick her shoes off and shit like that. She finna catch the Holy Ghost and shit.
Own intelligence, your own willpower, your own values. You have to have the grace of God to break free from certain things, to stay away from certain things, to not operate from your lowest self, whatever it may be. And it's because it's really only by God's grace that we're even able to be here on this video, holding hands. Like a year ago, 7-8 months ago, even, I couldn't see this happening. I thought it was over, and I already had begun establishing my relationship with God. But that's the fruit of bringing things in alignment with God. And the mess that's been made, the mess that's now being made public from last year and years past, that's a result of getting out of alignment with doing.
I would hate to be God, because y'all just treat God like he the fucking cleanup man. That nigga the custodian. That nigga is the fucking sanitation worker. After everything all said and done, and y'all done fucked up all the park and the benches and y'all lives and other people shit. And here I come and y'all shit to come clean it and make it new. Like, Y'all just give God a bad fucking name. I'm gonna say that. Y'all really fucking do.
Things, guys.
Like I couldn't I wouldn't want to be y'all guy because the only time y'all call him is when y'all gotta be in the public and shit like that. Like, ugh.
So that's where I stand. That's where we stand. And again, we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you soon. Peace.
So that was basically Derrick Jaxn.
Yeah. And so, like I tell y'all, like men do not think, act, or move like a Derrick Jaxn was saying. Point blank, period. He was saying some of the wildest, most outlandish things I've ever fucking heard a man say. And me and my homeboy sitting around like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? Like, you know, a group of men that think the way that you're saying? I had another video for y'all. We about to watch this one now.
Let me lock in some.
He definitely was selling dreams. But this is the video of him telling 40-year-old women and they are the best to date. 40-year-old women are the best today. You mean the women that's past their prime, the women that can't have kids, and if they do, it's high risk pregnancy. The women that had ran through a lot of dicks, they skin ain't even tight as it used to be. They skin ain't tender. That booty don't have that same type of lift and plumpness to it. These the bitches y'all saying. This the bitches he's saying is the best type of women today. Let's see what he got. Well, let's see what he got to say.
Jackson, what's happening? So earlier, I was doing a "Don't Forget Your Crown" Q&A session, which, by the way, that book, my best-selling book ever, is 50% off for the next 24 hours. If you haven't gotten it yet, I'll put the link down in the caption so you can get yours. But a woman asked me, is there anything those of us who are 40 and 50 and up need to do differently?
My question is, why would you want to be a 40-plus-year-old person? Not just woman, but a 40-year-old plus person still out here dealing with the bullshit of dating. You really sitting around asking old motherfucker, what your favorite color is, what your favorite food is, what you do and don't like, who hurt you in the past, what your childhood trauma. Like, y'all really want to go through this shit again when you 40 and 50 years old asking the same fucking bullshit?
On the dating scene, like, or is there anything different about dating us at all? And the answer is yes and yes. There are some things you need to do differently, and I believe there's something different about dating one of y'all. I'll get into that in just a minute because I think y'all are actually the most lit group on the dating scene.
The most lit group. You know why they the most lit group on the dating scene? Because they popping pussy like a motherfucker. They the easiest to fuck. They ain't asking for a nigga to come take care of them. You don't have to have no money. That's the whole point of the cougar epidemic. And we got plenty. I got plenty of videos to show, but I'm just gonna show these few videos that I got just for tonight.
But first, let's talk about how to protect yourself, because there are guys who will say something like that when really they're vultures, they're predators, they're looking to prey on you, some kind of vulnerability or what have you.
And see, this is the bullshit that he would say to pander to women. And I would say he was one of the first people that I can think of, mainstream wise, male wise, that was pandering to women in such a way that made men look very, very bad. Now, men are predators and vultures and shit like that. Like, nigga, how can a man be a predator or a vulture in the manner that you saying, when we know that when it comes to like sex and access to sex, women control that. It ain't like a lot of women out here just getting sexually assaulted and shit like that.
So first thing you got to understand, for those of y'all who like to date a little bit younger guys, I'm all for the cougar movement, but you want to make sure you're not a fetish. If you're looking for something serious, you're looking for more than just fun. You want to make sure you're not coming across a guy who's going to just have fun with you and then use the number one cop out. Oh, I want kids. I want a family. Now, of course, in your 40s, you can still have babies and whatnot. But what I'm referring to is
See, why would you tell a woman this lie? You know that's why niggas is fucking with these hoes that's that old. Is because they want to just have fun. And when the fun is over, that probably will be the excuse why he don't want to continue to talk to the old bitch, because he do want to have kids. That is the risk that you run being a cougar, because that dick might hit that butt and you might fall in love. If you fall in love with a young nigga, you done had all your kids or your tubes tied, or you know your all your eggs gone. Then what the fuck can you do for a nigga that's younger than you? Why the fuck you ain't telling these hoes, hey, if you're an ex-wife, you need to go back and get with your husband. Don't be out here in this dating scene. This dating scene ain't for no 40, 50, 60-year-old plus woman. They ain't got no 40, 50, 60-year-old plus clubs for a bitch to go meet a nigga. When you going out to these clubs and bars and shit, it's 20 to 35-year-old motherfuckers. It ain't no 40, 50-year-old people out here just trying to be out here in the dating scene and trying to meet people and ask them stupid ass questions. Well, what do you do for a living? Well, I do this. Well, how many kids do you have? You know, all the bullshit run around questions that you give each other, showing people your representative. Like, this is the stuff that we as men would share with other men and say, hey, look at this bullshit this nigga's telling women, and go look at the comment section of what the women are saying. And men were trying to warn y'all because this nigga Derrick Jaxn was the predator the whole fucking time. But niggas that were trying to be truthful and honest to y'all didn't want to hear what they had to say.
Is a dude, like a young guy, 22, 23 years old, grew up, fantasizing about his teachers, about his babysitters, about older women. Now he's of age, he's about to have some fun. And then whenever he gets with a woman who's 50 years old, he has his fun, and then all of a sudden realizes he wants to have 4 or 5 more children.
Bruh, that's what an old bitch is for, fun. And if you're an old bitch listening to this, understand you are fun. Do not be trying to go out here and get into a relationship with no young ass nigga. And like I said, why the fuck would you be wanting to be out here? Because you, as your age, you want your back beat out. And you know, a lot of the niggas that's your age gotta take Viagra, they gotta pop a pill, and you gotta wait 30 minutes. No, you want to be fun. You want dick that's ready to go when you ready to go. You don't want to have to sit there and wait and blow on the motherfucking dick before so it can get hard, and he pop pills and worry about the nigga gonna have a heart attack later on. That's why you fucking with young niggas. But the thing is, the old niggas don't want you, so because they don't want to have to pop Viagra. The reason is, when they with a younger bitch, the younger bitch is the Viagra. Yo old ass, we both old as fucking this bitch. I'm looking at your wrinkly ass and you looking at my wrinkly ass. Of course I'm gonna have to pop this goddamn Viagra
over the next 10 years, so he can't be with her, because no woman is going to come between the guy and his family goals. So how do you protect yourself? By identifying whether or not he's aware of what he wants, and then just seeing how serious he is about that. So if a guy is like very passionate about kids, he's going to want to have kids, multiple kids. Now, if he's already had a couple of kids, he may be cool with just one more or no more. Or if he's adamant about not having kids ever, that may be a
Derrick Jaxn, tell me how many bitches you know having kids at 50 years old. Somebody, he might have, if he got a couple of kids, he might want to have one more. What bitch you know having kids at 50 fucking years old, 60 fucking years old, nigga 45? Hold on now, I'm 44 and I'm good to go. Yeah.
cool route to go. But other than that, you want to be careful about being somebody's like fun time whenever you're looking for somebody for a lifetime. Second thing you need to look out for are guys, honestly, your age, who have no interest in settling down because they put no value in settling down. At 45, 55 years old, a lot of guys, honestly, they kind of start falling off. So what they look at is, you know what, I can't get any girl that I want. Let me lock in some convenience while I continue to play the field as I can and keep having my fun. And what they believe they can leverage is a woman's desperation.
And see, this is the bullshit again. Because typically when men get older, they get more money. You can look this up. Men have their fun later in life, around 40 something, 50, 60 years old, because they get more money. They know what they're going to do in life. So they able to go in the store and buy what they want now. When you're younger, you don't have those options. That's why young girls that's 22 fine as fuck ain't dealing with niggas that's 22 because they want the nigga that got the car. We all was in high school with bitches that was 16, 17, and 18 wouldn't fuck with the niggas that was in class with because the nigga that was in class with them did not have a fucking car. But we seen the college kids dropping the damn hoes off at school and picking them up and they was at the parties during the summertime with these old ass niggas and college parties and shit because we all been in the class with bitches like I can't talk to you because you ain't got no whip. Bitch, I'm fucking 14. How the fuck I'm gonna have a whip at 14? When my boyfriend got a car. Nigga, that nigga 21. What the fuck? He should have a car.
And as they get up on in age, a lot of women are starting to get a little bit more pressed for companionship. They believe they can kind of leverage that to give her a hint.
And see, bullshit again. If a woman is looking for companionship, why the fuck she back on the dating market? Why the fuck her old ass ain't been settled down by now? Oh, let me think. Of course, y'all gonna go with the nigga that she probably was talking to was beating her ass, or he was cheating on and doing it wrong. Okay, what the fuck? She just finna get used for fun. She finna get chewed up and spit out here in the dating market. Being an old bitch, she don't know none of the songs, she don't know none of the lingo, she don't know none of the spots, she don't know how people move nowadays, especially if she talking about somebody younger than her, a 20-year age gap, 22, and she 40 something years old. She don't know what the fuck going on. She don't know what people saying. She don't know none of the new dances. If she just not getting back out there in the dating scene. Now think about a 40-year-old bitch, a 40-plus-year-old bitch that's been out here ain't never been put up. Why would you even want to deal with that as a young man?
And having companionship for the rest of her life. So what you want to look for is a guy who has at least had some type of serious relationship. If you're talking about a guy who's 40 plus years old, I'm telling you right now, ain't no man who's 40 plus years old that actually values long-term relationships, love on any level, commitment on any level, who's never come across a bomb-ass woman who gave him the belief that, you know what, I could actually settle down. I could be with this woman for the rest of my life. Not in today's world. There ain't not one man alive who can't say, I've never come across a dope-ass chick that I had a great vibe with, that I honestly believed we could take it there. So if a guy is 45, 55 years old and he's only had, 2-month, 3-month relationships, his girlfriends here and there, or he just been kind of having his fun, he ain't just now deciding to hang up his jersey. He gonna keep on his jersey while he's playing around with you and got you in the kitchen slaving over a hot stove and everything else that he wants out of you. I'm just being straight up. Now,
why are you telling her this bitch just stupid ass shit? If she fucking old, she's gonna get used. If she's back on the dating scene being old, she's getting used. Point blank, period. I don't give a fuck. If you 40 some years old and if you're a cougar, especially if you are a cougar, you're going to get used up. I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Lastly, as a matter of fact, Tyler Perry just dropped a movie about this. But as a 40-something, 50-something-year-old woman, it's going to be perceived that you kind of got a lot to offer financially, or at least in your credit. Now, ain't nothing wrong with you joining forces with another guy who got his shit together and y'all make something happen. But what you need to watch out for is that guy who's all ambitious and he has all of the know-how and the skills and the network. He just needs a woman who believes in him enough to start investing. Be careful. Be careful. They'll run your credit score all the way into the ground. They'll run your bank account dry. I ain't saying just scamming, but honestly, it is a level of scamming because they're leveraging your emotions and your desire for companionship in order to get your money and put you in a bad spot financially.
That's what she's there for. She's there to be used. If it's for fucking, sucking, her credit, a place to stay, cook me a meal, you old as fuck. Your leverage is dwindling. Especially if I'm a young nigga dealing with an old bitch. I understand that the reason you're out here because you have not found a man, or you've been divorced, or you've been out here playing for a long ass time that no man has come into your life and took you to where you needed to be or put you up. So that's a red flag for me when you that old and no man has put you up. No man has tried to treat you right or put you in a better position. That lets me know all I need to know about you as a woman.
Now, with that being said, I'll make this one really quick. This is why I believe 40 and 50-year-olds are the dopest generation. At least today's 40 and 50-year-olds. I can't speak for everybody else. But y'all are probably the first group of women, especially mature women, that have the wisdom in the cooking skills and the natural maternal instincts of the previous generation while not even looking like the generation that you're in. You know, maybe because you ain't been in no relationship that's beat you down, you know, over the years, y'all are able to go and pursue your own dreams and all of that. And instead of basically being so subservient, you know, you don't even look like most women I've seen 40 and 50 years old.
Man, cut that bullshit, man. 40-year-old bitch like a 40-year-old bitch nowadays. Let's stop the bullshit. Just because these hoes still trying to dress like they 20 and some of these hoes have decent bodies, these hoes, you could see the fucking age in their fucking face. You know the difference between a 20-year-old tight, tender young bitch compared to a 40-year-old plus bitch. Can we stop the shit? Can we stop it? Okay, granted, women nowadays are probably taking care of their body a little bit better, making sure they're in shape, all the plastic surgery they doing, all of the bullshit. But stop the bullshit, bro. And see, this is the type of stuff that we would have problems with. And that's why nobody has any sympathy for a Derrick Jaxn, because there was plenty of men saying, hey, this nigga is full of shit. This nigga is the main cheater. This nigga is the main abuser. This nigga out here probably fucking a bunch of hoes because he's saying so much shit and going so hard against the man. It has to be a money incentive or a very high presence of pussy on the back end of him saying this stupid shit that no man ever believes. I have never been in a group of men and we just be like, oh man, you know, these 40-year-old bitches is the finest bitches. Hey, man, you know, I'm finna go give me a 40, 50, 60-year-old bitch. Oh, man, you know, that 40-year-old, she probably got some good pussy on her. Now, it might be here or there, a bitch will walk by. I'm like, oh, she looks good for her age. It might be some shit like that. But it's never been, oh, I bet she got some good pussy. Oh, it's like, nigga, she 40-something plus years old. That bitch got some miles on her. A nigga ain't put her up yet. That pussy got to be garbage or that bitch is crazy. Oh, one of the two things that we gonna say about a bitch that's 40 years old.
They could pass for 10 years younger or even more. But add that to the fact, y'all got this sex drive 2-3 times the generation that it came after you. And I ain't trying to offend no 21, 22, 23-year-olds. You know, I guess about 30, women start kind of getting that glow of the next generation. But 40 and 50-year-old women got a sex drive out of this world. So
Bruh.
My nigga. So you mean to tell me with all these commercials lately on vaginal dryness and all of this bullshit they trying to have women where they can continue to fuck, you telling me a bitch that pussy stay wet where you ain't gotta do all that foreplay and shit gonna fuck better? Is a 40-year-old woman fucking better than her? Let's be real, dog. And if you started fucking in high school, you know the difference. You know the difference. When you was fucking in high school, you'll get a bitch and literally pull her pants down and she wet ready to go. The older you get, bitches be talking about foreplay. These hoes been ran through so much. These hoes start talking about foreplay. I need you to get me in the mood type shit. And they ain't got nothing to do with sexual attraction. These hoes be been ran through, fuck so much, and they be old, so they need foreplay. When you dealing with somebody younger, you ain't got to deal with all the bullshit of foreplay. She ready to fuck just like you. So let's stop the bullshit. Yes, when they've said women's sex drives go up, but to compare it to somebody that's younger, nah, dog. And I think when they say sex drive go up, I think that's in comparison to men.
for all of those reasons and many more, of course, man, you got to understand, regardless of what society says, if you in your 40s and your 50s, you something special. And when you something special, you don't let just anybody play with that. You don't let
Bitch, how the fuck shit these hoes special if ain't nobody put these hoes up? Answer that goddamn quick. How the fuck is these hoes special if ain't nobody put them up? I've never seen, nigga, special shit get put up on the walls like art museums where, you know, very few people can touch them and got security around them and nigga get your head. That's what special shit do. Diamonds and, you know, rare diamonds, cut clarity and cut clarity and carrot. That type of shit. Like a old bitch, hell no. Ain't nobody checking for an old bitch.
Nobody play with it. But those are just my thoughts. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. And again, don't forget your crown is 50% off today or for the next 24 hours. Down in the caption, get the link. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
And so there we have it. The bullshit of a Derrick Jaxn. The things that he said, the things that he was pandering, letting people know that he knows nothing about what the fuck he talking about. And 40-year-old bitches was so amazing and all of that. You should have stayed with your wife because she was gonna be a 40-year-old bitch pretty soon, and you would have had the time of your fucking life. But I will be willing to bet the bitch you left your wife for is younger than she is. I'm willing to bet the woman you left your wife for is younger than your wife, your ex-wife, from the looks of the picture. From the looks of the picture. And before we go, I'm just gonna read this letter. Oh fuck. Never mind. I'm gonna read his post. Fuck. Hold on, y'all. Our computer running real slow right now. So I want to read his caption that he wrote. I'm gonna share it real quick so y'all can see it. Share screen. So this is Derrick Jaxn's Instagram, and this is what he posts on Instagram about his divorce. So I'm going to read it for you guys. Over the past several months, my family and I have gone through many changes. Some of you have speculated, while others of you have reached out to offer support as we properly establish this new normal for ourselves and our beautiful children. That's one of the reasons I call this shit the new normal, because that's a popular name, popular saying now. Earlier this year, after much prayer, counseling, deep consideration, we decided to go our separate ways and file for a divorce. Making this decision to file was one of the hardest decisions of my life. But I found peace knowing that our mission of raising healthy children, starting with healthy and whole parents, is being accomplished. You don't give a fuck about your children, having them living in and out of suitcases, bags, and shit like that. Y'all keep talking about happy and whole parents and shit like that. Y'all care more about y'all goddamn selves than y'all fucking kids. And that shit is pissing me off. And that's why y'all wonder why each generation growing up fucked up, because they already talk about all the people that be on psychiatric medications and going to prison that come from single mother-led households. Let's stop the bullshit. These children ain't healthy and ain't whole because y'all leave and get a fucking divorce. That's a fucking lie. From falling in love as just teenagers to becoming spouses and now co-parents. I'm grateful. Nigga, they wrote this shit as if this shit is a goal. From falling in love as teenagers to becoming spouses and now co-parents. Nigga, that shit is the worst thing you could ever write in a fucking letter to address your current situation, as if this shit was some serendipity type shit. Like, no, nigga. I'm grateful for the years we spent together and wouldn't trade them for anything. I was blessed to have such an amazing person in my life and will forever be thankful for all she's meant to our family. She ain't too amazing. We ask that you pray we ask if you pray to please pray for us as we navigate this grieving process. If not, please respect our privacy. Nigga, you a public figure. Ain't no fucking privacy. Ain't no fucking privacy.
Like, if you do one of two things now, if first off, you take her kindness for weakness, or two, if you mistake her love for an inability to leave you, it'll have you bamboozled. It'll have you thinking that she's so whipped, no matter what you do, she ain't going nowhere. She ain't going nowhere. She is you the only man that even exists in her world.
Oh, yeah, he trying to transition as where he fucked up at with his wife.
Because you're not pouring effectively. She would take her love and she will redirect it strictly towards herself for her.
And the thing is, this thing got 178,048 likes on this bullshit. But you see, he keep the comment section off on all of this shit. Why he goes to you? A man who's interested versus a man who's prepared. Some men don't want love, they want help. And it's still going down, pandering even with these titles. If he makes it easy to replace him, then do it. Oh, Lord. Why men don't court. Single mom slander is for cowards. I gotta hear this one.
Yeah, a lot of people mistake me defending single moms as if I'm defending the fact that they became a single mom, which is stupid. I just asked the question, why do we continuously crucify the parent that stayed? That makes no sense to me. Even in a situation where a woman has chosen multiple deadbeat baby dads, because they love to go there with it. Oh, she knew better than to choose him. He wasn't taking care of his kids. She knew better than to choose that man character. He was a bad guy to begin with. And I always ask this question and they never give me a straight answer back. But I always say, you know what? Okay, how many single mothers can choose a deadbeat baby dad if there are 0 men who first choose to be a deadbeat baby dad?
See, this is the logic that's the stupidest shit ever. Women for centuries have always controlled sex. If you're not controlling sex, there's a word for that, and people go to jail for that R word. It's called a chain of events. I cannot penetrate you without you opening or giving me permission to enter you. It's simple. The thing is, a lot of these women are fucking niggas that they know are deadbeats. Yes, they're getting pregnant. And not that, oh, he snuck up on me and I didn't know him. Then I got pregnant and found out no, these bitches know these niggas got 8 kids. People ain't going to get pregnant by a fucking Nick Cannon and don't know Nick Cannon got 11, 12 damn children. A Boosie, a Future, NBA young boy. These hoes know what the fuck going on. Quit acting, and that's the shit that a lot of men was having problem with. He didn't want to hold women accountable for their bullshit. Women control sex. We all like to bust a nut. We do. It all feels good. Let's not act like I don't know that. Let's not act like he don't know that. She don't know that. We don't know that. Scientists don't know that. The world don't know. Busting a nut, that shit feel good. But it comes with responsibility. What about responsibility for like when you catch an STD? You don't think about that. You don't think about getting dying from some crazy shit. Like this shit gets weirder and weirder the more and more I scroll down his shit to try to talk about the men of the problem. Once again, men do not control sex. Women do. This has been known for ages. Women are supposed to pick good suitors to procreate with. The issue we're having now is we have so much technology that it's fucking up women. Condoms, abortion, birth control, and women thinking they can fuck like men. The thing is, you can fuck like a man. The problem and the issue will forever be the outcome. The outcome is the retarded part or the stupid part that women never seem to understand. Yes, you can have sex with 500 men, but your outcome when you fuck those 500 men and then complain about, I don't understand why men judge women off a body count. Well, bitch, you knew men judge women off body count before you got the 500 body count, but still thought that after you got your 500 body count, people were going to take you serious and respect you. Women know what men want. Women hear what men want, but women still think they can do what men do and still get the same outcome.
Of a person who's raised by a single mom that grows up to be a stripper or a drug dealer or a criminal is blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, all right, cool. The facts are the facts. I'm not arguing with that. But let's say, for instance, it takes two people to carry a couch. If one person drops their end of the couch and therefore damages the floor below, we understand that the fact of the matter is the floor is damaged. That's not a good thing. But who's at fault? Who do we blame? Because our society has made it cool to blame the person who's still holding up the end of the couch.
This is why this is bullshit. If you don't know and haven't done your research on how many men actually go to court to fight for their children to get custody or full custody. Last year, it's 3 cases last year that I can think of with 3 different cases where men were trying to fight to get their children and telling the judges, hey, judge, this bitch is crazy. And those women killed those kids while in a custody battle trying to fight for their children. For him to say that, use the stupid analogy of holding up a couch and then saying that women are the ones that choose to stay. Men fight for their children all the time in court. All the fucking time. But the court does not award men with children like that. So women can go get on Section 8, all of this, and then put a man on child support. And what's the dumbest shit about child support is you'll put a man in jail because he cannot pay child support and still expect him to pay child support. But a woman who can't pay or take care of her child, she get housing, food, clothing, other government assistance and programs and shit like that. Y'all make this shit make sense.
Society blames the person who goes without to make sure that their child doesn't go without.
I'm gonna say this too. We have social fucking media, bro. Social media. There is no reason that a person should be getting pregnant and don't know the pitfalls of being a fucking single mother. We've had Jerry Springer. We got so many talk shows. You got, I know a lot of y'all got friends who baby mamas and see the issues. Yeah, we like I said, we got social media. You got people at work, your co-workers, your aunties, your mama probably was a single mom. We got so many outlets and media and influences to show us what the fuck it's like to be a single mother. So there is no reason, none, for a bitch to be out here acting like she don't know what the fuck was gonna happen if she carried before she married. There is no reason for a bitch to act like she don't know what the fuck gonna happen. This shit is getting ridiculous and most stupid. And now we out here listening to niggas like Derrick Jaxn. Like, nigga got 15,000 likes and look at the bitches in the comment. Look at this comment. This bitch so damn stupid. This country's first black president was raised by a single mom. The floor may get damaged, but it can be repaired with the right support system, community, and environment. Let me tell y'all something. Barack Obama was not raised by a single mother. Barack Obama was raised by, I think, his mother's grandparent, his grandparents or uncle, some shit like that. His mother and father, neither one of them raised him. You can look this shit up. Neither one of them raised him. He come from the people that raised him was rich. A lot of people don't know that. Well said. I'm a single mom, but I'm still fighting for mine no matter what. I ain't dropping my end of the couch. Look at these hoes in this comment section. Have me in tears. It takes a lot of bravery and strength for any partner, man or woman, to care, love, and provide for a child who is a spitting image of the ex, which can be a constant reminder of all the pain and heartache. But no, the one remaining chooses love, commitment, and responsibility above all. Oh my God. Clap, 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 clap. From a single mom who is financially capable, emotionally secure, spiritually grounded, holding it down and raising 4 outstanding human beings by myself. Bitch, you don't get no motherfucking pat on the back because your stupid ass didn't know who the fuck to pick, the fuck, and take care of your children with you. Also shouting out other single moms who are doing the same. What about the ones with 4 baby daddies? It's still not their fault. You have to stop this pandering to females, bro. But cool. I know you found your audience. Egg fucking exactly. Let's see what the replies. It's 3 replies. Let's see what come up. Somebody say you're a cheeseburger away from a heart attack, and I can't eat right and go to the gym or lose weight, but you can still go and have 4 baby mamas. Stop worrying about my weight and govern your private parts better. Well said, bro. I'm finna get out this shit. Cause looking at this shit just pissed me off more. And this is more of a reason why this shit gonna be fucked up for a long ass time. Um, if y'all ain't paying attention, just pay attention. Just look at what's going on around you when it comes to the dating scene, because a lot of people are listening to bullshit like a Derrick Jaxn and thinking that this shit is how things are supposed to go when it comes to dating. And it is not. No nigga out here checking for a bitch with a whole bunch of kids. I'm sorry. That nigga will fuck you. Let's be clear. A nigga will fuck you. And that's how a lot of y'all end up with multiple baby daddies, because niggas will fuck on you because you got a kid. But my thing is, as a dude, I'm not fucking a bitch with no kids because I don't want my kids to be raised up around them little other kids you got, and excuse me, about them around them other kids that you got and being influenced, and I gotta come pick them up and your kids to influence my church in a different way. But like I was saying, Don't believe a Derrick Jaxn, bro. This nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about. Still pandering. And as we went down his IG, we can still see that a lot of these motherfuckers is slow. A lot of these bitches is slow. They looking for their little audience or they safe space to where they can continue to do their bullshit, right? But it's the New Normal Podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure y'all subscribe, like, and comment and share. If you're on any other platform, Twitter, Facebook, y'all make sure y'all like and share. It's the New Normal Podcast, and we gone.